Hello, dear students. I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online video lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, Charity Arts, BH Commerce, and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College Nasik. Dear student, this is our MA MSc Geography Part First Class, Semester 1, and today we have a paper for discussion that is Principle of Economic Geography. The paper code of this subject is GGUT 113 and the title of the topic is Economic Development, that is the topic number 4. And in this topic we have a subtopic that is definition and measure of economic development. Dear student, in previous lecture we have discussed detailed information about the importance of non-conventional energy resources for sustainable development. And for today's lecture, we have a study objective or learning objective, that is to discuss definition and the measure of economic development. Dear student, you know that economic development is the increase in per capita and the national income of the country. Economic development of country or any region can be measured in various terms called measures. These measures also known as the indicators of economic development. On the basis of various indicators, we can able to measure the status of economic development of any country or the level of economic development of any country, and that is very important. Dear student, it is a measure in the term of expectancy of life, education achievement, GDP, literacy, life expectancy, unemployment rate, and poverty, and so many indicators we can use for the measurement of the economic development. Development reflects social and economic progress and it requires economic growth. Growth is a vital and necessary condition for development. Dear student, you know that economic growth is very important for economic development because economic growth is one part of the economic development. When the economic growth is increased, then definitely it helps to the increase in the economic development of the country. So in this regard, the measurement of economic development is very important. Let us see the meaning and the definition of economic development. The numbers of the scholar economists try to define the term economic development. Actually, this term we already discussed in our previous chapter also. But let us revise again the meaning and the definition of economic development. The first definition is given by the Professor Hingis. According to him, economic development is increase in per capita and the national income of the country. In this definition, two things are very important. That is, first is the per capita income of the country, and second is the national income of the country. When both these per capita income and national income increase, then definitely development of that country is also increase. So in this definition, the more emphasis is given on the two things, two keywords, that is increase in the per capita income and second is the increase in the national income. Second definition is also very important, which is given by the Professor Arthur Lewis. According to him, economic development represents the per capita increase in the production of the country. In this definition also, you will see that when the per capita income of that country is increased, then definitely it is a reflection of the production that increase in that country. So when the production of the country is increased, then definitely per capita income is also increased in that country. So therefore, in this definition, the more emphasis is given on the per capita income, increase in the per capita income, and increase in the production of the country. Third, another definition is very important. Economic development is defined as an increase in the country's wealth and the standard of living of the people. Here, the standard of living of the people is also important. When the standard of living of people is increased, then definitely it indicates that the economic development of that country is very good. Because when the per capita income is increased, the total production is increased, goods and services increase, that time the standard of living of that people is also increased. So in this definition, more emphasis is given to the increase in the country's wealth as well as the standard of living of the people that are living in that country. According to Wikipedia, you know that Wikipedia is a very important source of knowledge, and in this Wikipedia, they given the definition of the economic development. What do you mean by economic development? As per the Wikipedia, the process by which a nation improve the economic, political, and the social well-being of its people. So in this definition, the more emphasis or importance given to the three keywords. That is, first is the improvement in the economic condition. Second is improvement in the political condition. Here we are talking about the political stability. And third one, that is the social well-being of the people, social development of the people. That is well. When these three things are improved, then it indicates the yes, in that country economic development is very good. So dear student, when we're talking about the concept of economic development, then you can say that it is a multi-dimensional concept. It is a broad concept as compared to the economic growth. And you know that when we are talking about the economic development, I just mentioned that it is a multi-dimensional concept and it considers the both economic as well as a non-economic factor. So when we are talking about the economic development, that time we have to take all information or consider the all information about the economic as well as the non-economic factor that are available in that country. It involves the qualitative and the quantitative improvement in the country's economy. Here we are talking about the both improvement. The qualitative is the quality of that people, the quality of that society. That is very important. And quantity is also improvement, because there should be the both improvement. The quality should be increased and the quantity should be increased. When the both things are increased in a positive manner, then it indicates that the economic development of that country is very good. It includes the improved living of standard, means standard of living, refer to the higher level of education, literacy, worker income, health, and lifespan. When everything, this all the indicator, it may be the education, literacy, workforce, or I mean the rate of the employment, then the income of that total people, the health status of that people, lifespan of these people, everything with the increase, then definitely it indicates that the economic development of that country. So when we are talking about the economic development, that time all these things we have to consider. Development reflects social and economic progress and require the economic growth. That is very important, because when the socio-economic progress we observe in any country or any society, that time it is a very important indicators of the reflection of the developed economic growth, economic growth as well as the economic development of that country. So for the economic development, the economic growth is also important, because economic growth is a one part of the economic development. When the economic growth is increased, that time definitely economic development also going to increase in that country. So let us see how we can measure the economic development of the country. For that purpose, we can able to use the various measure. On the basis of this measure, or you can say the criteria or the indicators, we can able to analyze the economic development status of the country. So let us see the first very important indicators or measure, that is rise in real per capita income of the people. One of the very important factor that we use for the measurement of the economic development of any country. The economic development of a nation is a rise in a real per capita income. When the per capita income of any country people is increased, then we can say that yes, there is a good economic development. The per capita income is an economic indicator. It is nothing but the average money earned by the people in the specific year. Here in the specific year means what? One financial year, one economic year. In that year, during the 12 months, whatever the money is earned by the people through the various occupation or various goods and services, that we consider while calculating the per capita income of that country. Dear student, it is calculated by dividing the area's total income by total population. Means whatever the population are settled in that inside that country, that we have to consider the total population of that country, the total income of that country divided by the total number of that population. Then we can able to calculate the per capita income of that geographical area. Maybe the country, maybe the any state, maybe the any city, whatever it is. On the basis of these two things, means total income of that people and that total number of that people. On the basis of this, we can able to calculate the per capita income of that country, and on the basis of that, we can able to analyze the economic development of that country. If this income increase, then directly GDP of the nation is also increased, which indicated the level of economic development of that country. That is very important. Therefore, this is the first important criteria or indicator for measurement of the economic development. Let us see the one chart. In this chart, you can able to analyze the economic development of that country. As per the 2016 statistical data, the rank first was the Qatar, and here in this second and the third column you will see the per capita income that is given in the dollar. The unit is the dollar. In case of the USA was ranked 18, whereas the India was ranked 138 as per the per capita income that is given in the dollar in 2016. And see, the Somalia is a very poor country, and the income is the rank world rank was 181, and the income was only $400. When you compare this income with the above the rank 1, rank 18, rank 25 of the Japan, then you can able to see you analyze the economic status of that country. Here, the status of the country, you can see that here is the undeveloped country because the per capita income of these people is very less. Whereas in case of the Qatar, Japan, USA, you can say that the per capita income is more. Therefore, the status as a developed. In case of India, we have the medium per capita income. Therefore, we are the developing country. So, on the basis of per capita income, you can able to analyze or the level or the status of economic development of that country. Another criteria that we use for the analyze or the measurement of the economic development, that is gross domestic product. So gross domestic product is the total market value of all finished goods and the services produced within a country's border in a specific time of year. Here, when we are talking about the financial year, so it means economic year, or the period, specific period means financial period of the 12 months. So whatever the finished product and services we have produced within that country, within that boundary during the 12 months, that the value of all these goods and services is known as the gross domestic product. So in 2017, if we are talking about the India's GDP, it was around $2.65 trillion US dollar. So on the basis of that, we can analyze the status of economic development of the country. If we are talking about the USA, so it was during same period. In case of USA, it was the dollar 19.485 trillion. In China, it was the dollar 12.238 trillion. In Bhutan, see, very less figure. It was the dollar 2.53 billion. In above mentioned the developed country, they have the trillion in the value in the trillion, but in case of Bhutan, it's a billion. So on the basis, you can see that the economic development of the Bhutan as compared to US and China, and even as compared to India, it's very less. So therefore, the gross domestic product of this country is very less. So on the basis of this, we can able to analyze the status of economic development. Let us see the third important criteria that we use for the analysis the status of the economic development, that is the gross national product, GNP. So GNP is a total value of all finished goods and services produced by the country's citizen in given financial year, irrespective with their location. See, in previous year we just count the value of the finished goods and services produced inside the country, but here the citizen of the country, all citizens of the countries, whatever they produce, the goods and services, the value of these citizens we consider while calculating the gross national income. So it is a very important indicator or the measure similar to the GDP. Dear student, you know that in this you can say that it is a value of everything produced by the country's citizen. That is very important, no matter where they are live in the world. This includes all gross national income. It means if Indian, if maybe he is settled in the America, but whatever he earned in America, that we also consider when we calculate the gross national product. Means this line is very important, no matter where they are live in the world. This includes all the gross national product of the country. So this is also very important indicators of the analyze the economic development of the country. This value gives idea whether countries develop, underdeveloped, or developing. Then we have the fourth number criteria or the indicator, that is Human Development Index, that is the HDI. Human Development Index is a composite statistics of life expectancy, education, and income per capita. So these are the indicators we are considered while calculating the Human Development Index. A country scores higher HDI when the life expectancy at the birth age is longer, the education period is longer, and the income per capita is higher. Then definitely Human Development Index also we get the higher value. Other hand, when these all things are in negative manner, not developed too much, then definitely Human Development Index also we get the very low value. It is a use in the distinguish whether the country is developed or developing or underdeveloping. On the basis of Human Development Index, we can able to give the status or analyze the status of that country. As per the 2020 Human Development Index reports, the out of 189, India has ranked 131 on the basis of Human Development Index that was calculated in 2020. It was prepared by the United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP, and that index was 0.645. When we compare with the other countries, during that same period, Norway was ranked first as per the Human Development Index, and the value of the index was 0.957. So it is very close to 1. And when we are talking about the Australia was ranked 8 during same period, and the value of the Human Development Index was 0.944. And when we are talking of the Sudan, see the value of the Sudan was ranked 170 and value is 0.51 only. So it means what? When the value of the Human Development Index is less, then the rank is high. And when the value of this human resource development is the more, then rank is good, means 1 to 3. So on the basis of this ranking, we can able to see whether that country is developed, underdeveloped, or developing. Then we have the number 5 criteria, that is Human Poverty Index. So that is also very important. This is another indicator. The United Nations Development has created a measurement system based on the what is the lacking in different area of the world. This measurement is also called as the Human Poverty Index. Like a Human Development Index, this index is also very useful indicator or the criteria or the measure for calculating the economic development of the country. See, the Human Poverty Index was the first launched in 1990, and it is used by the United Nations to signify the standard of living in the specific country. So during same period, by using this formula, when we calculate the Human Poverty Index of India, the rank was the 131 out of 189 country as per the poverty index. Means not too good with respect to the India's Human Poverty Index. So therefore, it also indicates that the status of the economic development of that country. Dear student, then another very important criteria or the indicator we use for the analysis the economic development of the country, that is life expectancy. So this is a very important indicator of economic development. Life expectancy is a statistical measure of average time an organism is expected to live based on the year of their birth, their current age, and the other demographic factor, including sex and other things. On the basis of these various indicator, we can able to calculate the life expectancy of that particular people. And see, the WHO, that is World Health Organization, calculated the life expectancy for the various country in 2015. So as per this formula, as per this statistical data, Japan was ranked first. See, the life expectancy that was given in the year, it was 83.7, and yes, that is very good. And if you are talking about the USA, it was the 81.2. It is also good. And in case of India, we was ranked 125 with the 68.3 years life expectancy it was made here. When we are talking of the Nigeria and Chad, you can see here the rank was 180 with respect to the Chad, and the life expectancy was only 53.1, and it is a sign of the poor economic status of that country. So on the basis of life expectancy, we can also analyze the economic development of that country. Dear student, the another measure also we can use for the measure the economic development. The first is the literacy rate. So on the basis of literacy rate, we can also able to analyze the status of economic development. In case of India, as per the 2011 census, it was 74.04 percentage only. Another, consumption of electricity is very good indicator, because you know that when the standard of living of the people is increased, that time the consumption of the electricity is also increased. Other hand, if the life of standard of living is not good in that country, you will observe that the consumption of the electricity also very less. Then we have the availability of the health facility, then economic growth rate. Yes, economic growth rate is also very important indicator or the measure to calculate, to analyze the economic development. In case of India, it was only 4% during the 2019-20. So if it is more than 8, then yes, it indicates that there is a good economic growth, and also it is a good signs for the economic development of the country. But see, if this value is less, then definitely it gets the negative economic growth of that country. So this can be also we can use. Storage of the foreign currency, that is also very important, because when economic development is good, then that country can able to export the various goods and services for the other country, and they can able to earn lot of foreign currency and the storage in their country. So therefore, how much storage of the foreign currency is available in that particular country, on the basis of this also we can able to analyze the economic development of that country. Then unemployment rate is also very important. So because unemployment rate can give us the how much the proportion of the population engaged in the various occupation and the various activity. But if the unemployment rate is high, then definitely it is a negative symbols of the negative signs of the it is not good for the economic development. In case of India, in 2019 it was 5.36%. So this is also important indicator. Then population below poverty line, this is also very important, because you know that when the population below the poverty line is too much, then it is not good sign for the economic development. It indicates the negative economic growth of that country. In case of India, it was 6.7 as per the 2011 figure. But in case of the Bangladesh and the African countries, they have the too much proportion below the poverty line. So it indicates that in that country they don't have the good economic development in that country. So dear student, this was about the today's lecture. In this lecture, we try to analyze or discuss the concept of the economic development, definition of the economic development, and the major or the indicators that we use for the analysis of the economic development of particular country. In next lecture, we are going to discuss very important topic of this chapter, that is the classification of country on the basis of various criteria. So thank you.